Hey guys, Jack here, and today I'm bringing you a walkthrough of the Walker Assault game mode on Hoth from the Star Wars Battlefront beta. This video will explain exactly what you need to do as a Rebel or Imperial, and I'll also be dropping some hints along the way to make your life just that little bit easier. So you've loaded into your first ever game of Walker Assault, and let's say you're playing on the Rebel side, fighting alongside Luke Skywalker. What do you do? Well, it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but ultimately your goal is to stop the AT-AT walkers from reaching your base and blowing it sky high. Pretty simple, right? Well, maybe not. You see, the thing with AT-ATs is that your regular blaster isn't going to put much of a dent in their armor. However, if you run around activating uplink stations and defending them for long enough, Y-wing bombers will be called into the battle to drop some serious ordnance on them, weakening their shields and exposing them to damage. So if you're playing as a Rebel and you happen to see one of these uplink stations around, you gotta fight for it and activate it. The more stations you activate and defend, the more Y-wing bombers will be called in, and you'll end up doing more damage to the AT-ATs, hopefully stopping them in their tracks. Keep in mind though, the Imperials can disable your uplinks. It's a game of back and forward, so stay frosty and work as a team. Defending your base is also made easier with the various pickups on the level. If you're feeling like you can make a difference in the air, try to find an X-Wing or A-Wing pickup. Both of these vehicles can dish out some serious damage to AT-STs, infantry, and also the AT-ATs when their shield is down. You'll also be great at destroying enemy TIE fighters who are harassing your infantry on the ground. Oh yeah, and if you're lucky enough to find the Snowspeeder pickup, you can fly next to the AT-AT when its shield is down and attempt to complete the legendary tow cable takedown. This is really hard though, and if you take damage whilst doing it, it could disconnect, resulting in failure. Pickups for ground troops can also work great too. The Smart Rocket is awesome for taking out AT-STs and infantry. The rocket jump is one of my favourite moves to pull off. Also, if you find a blaster cannon, set it up somewhere high and take out as many stormtroopers as you can with it. It's going to be a tough and hard fought battle, but if you focus on playing the objective and focus fire on the AT-ATs when their shields are down, it is possible to win and defend the Rebel base. Now then, on the flip side, or let's say on the dark side, what if you're playing as an Imperial? You're a badass stormtrooper wanting to kick some butt. What are the best tactics for you to ensure that the AT-ATs can successfully reach their firing position and destroy the Rebel base? Well, as a stormtrooper, you always want to be pushing up with your team and attacking the front. If you see that the Rebels have activated an uplink station, you know what to do. Call in an orbital strike, destroy everything and disable the uplink by holding the use button next to it. The Rebels will then be forced to fall back and use a different uplink station. No Y-wing bombers for you. Using the personal shield is also a great tactic when attacking as the Imperials. Not only can you use it to get out of danger, but also to safely push up into an attacking position that you want to be in. So what sort of vehicles do you have at your disposal as the Imperials? Well, of course, if you want to hop in a TIE fighter, find the right pickup and you can do that. Use the TIE fighter to annoy the ground troops and also to take out Rebel air vehicles. Maybe you could jump into an AT-ST. This is a very powerful unit that should not be underestimated. Use your primary weapon and grenades often as soon as they're off cooldown. The splash damage on these babies is big and it will net you lots of points. Or perhaps you'll find the AT-AT pickup. Yes, you can actually be the gunner in this giant walker. You've got 3 weapons at your disposal which all dish out massive damage. Calling in orbital strikes on large groups of Rebels is particularly enjoyable. Feel the power of the Empire. Remember though, you are on a limited time. You can't stay in there forever sadly, but the more points you get, the longer you'll last in there. So providing everything goes to plan and you push forward, disabling uplinks as you go, you should be able to destroy the Rebel base. Boom, see you later Rebels. Oh yeah, and how could I forget the heroes? Look around for a lightsaber pickup when playing as either team and you'll get to be a powerful hero. On Hoth you'll play as either Luke Skywalker for the Rebels or Darth Vader for the Imperials. Makes perfect sense, right? Both of these heroes are extremely versatile and you can go on big kill streaks with them, providing that you use your abilities effectively and aren't reckless in your attack. Although it might feel like Darth Vader is invincible, he really isn't, and with enough blaster shots he will go down. So if you're playing as either of these heroes, work together with your teammates and play the objective. It will work, I promise, and you'll feel like a badass as you're cutting down enemies with your lightsaber. And there we have it, put that all together and hopefully you'll be able to win Walker Assault in style no matter which side you're fighting on. As always, thanks for watching guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one.